Are you going to New Orleans for Mardi Gras? Or are you just planning a visit? Either way, in this video, I'll be giving you the lowdown on the best attractions in New Orleans. From the historic French Quarter to the mighty Mississippi, join me as we explore the heart of New Orleans. Here we go. Hi fellow travelers, this is Ken from Ken Travels 360. If you're new to this channel, I love traveling and cruising, and I share useful tips I've discovered during my travels, along with honest reviews of flights and cruises. So if you like what I'm doing on this channel, please consider subscribing. Right now, we're in the French Quarter of New Orleans. Often referred to as the heart and soul of New Orleans, the historic neighborhood dates back to the city's founding in 1718 by Jean-Baptiste Lemoyne de Bienville. Originally a French colony, in the late 18th century, it was ceded to the Spanish. However, in 1800s, the Spanish ceded Louisiana back to the French. Soon afterwards, Napoleon decided to sell Louisiana to the United States under the Louisiana Purchase Agreement. It was ratified by President Jefferson, and after that, the United States doubled in size. It's worth spending time to just wander through the narrow streets in the French Quarter. You can admire the architecture, which is a fascinating blend of French, Spanish, Creole, and American influences. You will see beautifully preserved buildings with iconic wrought iron balconies, lush courtyards, and vibrant facades. When you are in the French Quarter, make sure you experience the lively nightlife in Bourbon Street, particularly during Mardi Gras. The street is lined with bars, clubs, and restaurants, attracting revelers with its vibrant atmosphere and lively entertainment. After all the partying, make sure you venture to the heart of the French Quarter, Jackson Square. It's a historic park facing the Mississippi River. It features a statue of Andrew Jackson, the hero of the Battle of New Orleans, and is surrounded by three iconic landmarks. First, in the middle, you have the awe-inspiring St. Louis Cathedral, or its full name, Cathedral Basilica of St. Louis, King of France. It's one of the oldest cathedrals in the United States, and is a stunning example of French Gothic architecture, with its three spires towering over Jackson Square, creating an iconic skyline for the city. The interior of the cathedral is no less impressive, featuring beautiful stained glass windows and a wealth of religious artworks. The focal point of the interior is the Rococo-style gilded altar. And don't forget to look up at the ceilings too, as it features some beautiful artwork, including the painting depicting Jesus surrounded by his apostles. On the left of the cathedral, you've got the Cabildo. It's a historic building that once served as the seat of the Spanish colonial government in New Orleans. Constructed in the late 18th century, it was famous as the site where the finalization of the Louisiana Purchase took place in 1803. Today, it houses the Louisiana State Museum. Finally, on the opposite side of the cathedral, you got the presbytere. Originally intended to mirror the Cabildo, financial constraints led to a simpler design. There are two fascinating exhibits here, each offering an insight to the history of New Orleans. The first exhibit delves into the captivating history of Mardi Gras, featuring parade floats to climb, costume to see, and a display of historic throws. It offers rare glimpses into the secretive social club society from which modern-day Mardi Gras crews evolved. The other exhibit here focuses on Hurricane Katrina, providing a poignant narrative that documents the catastrophe, its aftermath, and the ongoing recovery efforts. When Hurricane Katrina struck New Orleans' poorly engineered levee system, it resulted in one of the worst disasters in American history, flooding 80% of the city and claiming hundreds of lives. If you have time to visit only one museum, the Presbytère should undoubtedly be your top choice, as it offers a diverse exploration of both celebratory tradition as well as a profound reflection on the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. If you've found the information useful so far, I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for a lot more travel content. Your support means a lot, and I thank you for doing so. Now, you can't leave New Orleans without cruising on the mighty Mississippi. There are two ways to do it, and we've tried both. First, you could take the ferry at Canal Street Ferry Terminal. This leisurely journey transports you to the Algiers Ferry Terminal on the opposite bank of the Mississippi. While the Algiers side may not boast extensive attractions, we found the experience delightful, and we just took the same ferry back. As the ferry crosses the river, you're treated to the breathtaking skyline of downtown New Orleans. If you find that a brief 5 to 10 minutes ferry ride across the Mississippi River leaves you yearning for more, then the perfect solution lies in the enchanting experience of a steamboat cruise. New Orleans offers two notable options for this delightful journey: the Creole Queen and the Steamboat Natchez. Both offers a day cruise and an evening jazz cruise, and in both cases, they take you along the majestic Mississippi River. We waited too long before booking this. By the time we decided to do this, Natchez was already sold out, so we went with Creole Queen. Going on a steamboat cruise is like taking a step back in time, immersing yourself in the nostalgia of a bygone era. The Creole Queen, with her iconic paddle wheels and charmingly designed exteriors, evoke the romance of 19th century river travel. We decided on the evening jazz cruise, as we thought it would be more atmospheric. However, I have to say, unless you are a big jazz fan, it's much more difficult to take photos and admire the views at night. In addition to ferries, there is another form of public transport that is worth trying, and that's their streetcars, also commonly known as trolleys. The streetcar lines in New Orleans have been in operation for over a century, with some of the lines dating back to the 19th century. New Orleans streetcars have a classic and distinctive appearance and iconic New Orleans lettering. All these add to the charm. Of course, it is in itself a convenient and affordable mode of transportation within the city as well. One of the most highly rated attractions in New Orleans is the National World War II Museum. It's an immersive museum telling the story of the American experience in the Second World War, why it was fought, how it was won, and its legacy. It houses an impressive collection of artifacts and educational films documenting everything from D-Day to the war in the Pacific to the Holocaust. In November 2023, a new wing called the Liberation Pavilion was opened. This new wing features a meticulous recreation of the rooms where Anne Frank and her family hid. Additionally, the pavilion houses a multi-sensory theater, offering a unique and immersive perspective on the historical events. The museum does recommend a whole full day to enjoy it. If the subject is too heavy for you, perhaps you may want to visit the Ogden Museum of Southern Art nearby instead. The museum is dedicated to showcasing and celebrating the art, history, and culture of the American South. It features a diverse collection of visual arts, including paintings, sculptures, photographs, and more. all rooted in the Southern experience. I hope you found this guide to New Orleans helpful. If you got any questions or maybe tips you want to share, please drop a comment below. If you're coming to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, why don't you check out one of the Mardi Gras video links now? I'll see you over there. Ciao.